Check out this video, scenes deep with meaning and messaging. The leaders of Russia, China, and India, the three largest powers not aligned with the West, holding hands, laughing like close friends. And joining them soon, ahead of a military parade tomorrow, is North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. This will be Kim's first major multilateral diplomatic event since coming to power nearly 14 years ago. And he made a rare 20-hour journey aboard a bulletproof armored train to get there. NBC's Janice Mackey-Frayer is in Beijing for us. Janice?
It will be an historic gathering here for the military parade, which will show off China's latest missiles, fighter jets and hardware, as well as geopolitical clout, with the leaders of Russia, North Korea, Iran and others joining Chinese leader Xi Jinping. The first time the leaders of those four countries will appear together. Now, the parade is meant to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II, but Western diplomats and dignitaries are largely avoiding it because of Russian President Vladimir Putin, who's among the guests. Putin had a bilateral meeting today with Xi Jinping where they declared again how close their strategic partnership is. And at a summit of leaders over the weekend, Putin held hands with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi before they took a long car ride together and embraced Xi Jinping. The idea that these states can present an alternative to the U.S. and all of it helping Putin to ease his political isolation since meeting with President Trump about Ukraine. Now, the parade here will be China's largest ever, right through Tiananmen Square. The security is intense. People along the parade route aren't even allowed to look out the window. Kim Jong-un is arriving to Beijing by armored train. President Trump has also talked about wanting to meet Kim this year. So this show of force tomorrow in Beijing will be very closely watched by the U.S., as it will also be its own show of unity.
Janice Mackey-Frayer, thank you for that. Let me bring in Rick Stengel, former Undersecretary of State for Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs and an MSNBC political analyst. So, Rick, an alternative to the U.S., is that the message they're sending? And what are the chances that's the message Donald Trump is hearing?
Well, Chris, it's a axis of authoritarians, an axis of autocrats, an axis of anti-Americanism. You know, American presidents of both parties have spent decades courting India as a hedge against China's dominance in Asia. It really was started by George Bush 43, who ended up allowing India to have its nuclear weapons. And Trump has just put all of those diplomatic efforts in the trash. He's pushed Modi and India closer to China, closer to Russia, their longtime ally. And this is not good for American diplomacy. It's not good for the American economy. The New York Times had a point in the paper today that we imported more phones from China from India in the second quarter of this year from China. It's not a good idea to alienate India.
Yeah, I was covering the White House on Barack Obama's second trip to India, 2015. And the feeling was that this relationship was growing, it was improving. Should one lesson be out of what we're seeing in these pictures, Rick? If you ask the leader of an autocratic country or weakening democracy to work against his own interests, say India being told not to buy oil from Russia, it may not end well?
Yes. I mean, there's a certain logic to the kind of what realpolitik or political realism. I mean, it's very hard to say to India, don't buy oil from Russia. It's very hard to say to China, don't buy oil from Russia. But what we should do, and what we had been doing until just a few weeks ago, is creating business relationships with American companies in India. Apple, for example, as I mentioned, is now building more phones in India rather than China as a hedge against China. India should be our natural ally. They're the largest democracy in the world. And Trump alienating them for petulant reasons is very short-sighted. It's a lot easier to end a relationship than continue one. And I paid the price for this for decades.
And I'm not going to be the first one to point this out, but I'll point it out anyway. Putin is at this summit after the 2-week deadline passed for him to agree to talks with Volodymyr Zelensky to end the war in Ukraine. So what's the next move here for Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, Chris, it's about, I could say what I think he should do. That doesn't mean that he'll do that, nor is he necessarily aware about the strategic lessons and the strategic mistakes that he's making? But I mean, again, I would try to repair the breach with India. There's no reason that India should have a 50% tariff when tiny little countries like Myanmar or Vietnam have much smaller tariffs. I mean, the idea that we're punishing India for something that they may not have done is not something that's good for our economy. So, look, Donald Trump is known to change his mind all the time. I hope he changes his mind about India. I hope he repairs the breach with India, and I hope he talks to Modi about this. But Modi is obviously seeing opportunities in getting closer to China, restoring his old relationship with Russia. That's not good for America.
Yeah, let's talk about the alternative, because when you looked at these pictures, they were striking. I mean, when you see Xi and Putin and Modi, and they're holding hands and they're laughing and they're, acting like the best of friends, is this potentially a lasting alliance that could be a powerful counterweight to Europe, to NATO, to the U.S., of course?
100%. I mean, Chris, India had a long-term relationship with the USSR. We were allies with Pakistan, not necessarily the best choice there. But the idea that that this could be an enduring relationship is something that would really isolate the United States. I mean, one of the things that China has been doing for the last 25 years is building up international organizations that rival the traditional Western ones that we developed after World War II, the World Bank, the EU. They've created a consortium of Asian countries. They've consorted a consortium of Asian countries for a Chinese bank. All of these things are to try to rebut, to challenge American hegemony in the international sphere. We've benefited from that. We've benefited from the power of the dollar. They're trying to undermine the power of the dollar. So if you have those three countries, India, China, and Russia, forming this axis of authoritarianism, an axis of anti-Americanism, that ain't good for America, Chris.
Rick Stengel, it's always good to talk to you, my friend. Thank you.